our previous video series, we discussed about how we can load the template in our project, means our CSS and JavaScript files. And the first video we discussed about how we can configure our Spring MVC application. So in this video, we will discuss about how we can load the multiple pages in our application as well as the database connectivity. And this next upcoming video, we will discuss about how we can register our company or our freelancer. Okay, so let's start this video. So the file required to configure our pages and database I provided on my drive, so you can check out directly. So first we will open our project. Okay, so this is our project, and for loading the multiple pages in our projects, for example the home page, the about page, the registration page, the login page, so for that we have to require one folder here. So the folder we require we created in our web inf folder. Okay, so in src main, and in this web there is a folder called as a web app, and in this web app the folder called as a web inf, and in this web inf folder we have to create our folder called as a pages, or you can give any kind of name to that folder. Okay, so I simply double click on here and give name as pages. Okay, and in these pages I simply create one JSP file. So click on where you can see the double click on these pages, new, then click on other and search here JSP. Okay, then double click on JSP and I simply give the name as a register company. Okay, I simply copy this from here and finish. So here you can see our JSP page is successfully loaded here, and we will created in our pages name called as a folder. Okay, so you have to must understand that for loading any kind of page in our Spring MVC application, you need the specific mapping of that particular page. Means you have to provide a method, that method considered as a mapping of that particular page. Okay, so for creating that method we need controller and another file called as a DAO file and a beans file that require for the sending data into database, but for the loading the page in this our application we need controller. Okay, so here you can see we in our previous video we will discuss about the Spring Server XML, and here you can see after loading this bin test.controller, here you can see this name called as a base package name called as a test.controller. So must remember that every time you creating a package, the package starting from the test dot and whatever it is name of that particular package. Okay, so just like this I am creating here in src main Java we have to create 3 of the packages. Okay, so new and click on package, so test dot beans, click on finish. Okay, this is the test.bin package. We created all kind of classes. Okay, in this package we creating the all kind of classes, and in these classes we will declare the variables that require to put data into database. We will discuss in our further video. Okay, then double click on that new package test dot controllers. Okay, then last one new and package test.dow, then simply finish. So our main aim is now how we can load the page. So for that double click on controller and create new class. So double click new and class, here you can see class. So I am declaring class as a company controller. Okay, so for declaring any kind of class as a controller we have to mention a controller annotation. Okay, so I'm just @ then controller, enter. Here you can see this is now our controller class. So here you can see the web INF pages. So we created the web INF folder. In this web INF folder, we create the folder called as a pages. So for giving the path of that pages folder, we have to load one bin here. So I already provided that bin in my drive. So here you can see JSTL page loading bin file txt. Okay, so simply open this, and here you can see this is the bin. So simply copy this from here and come to our spring.servlet.xml, and after the maven annotation driven, you have to paste that bins. Okay, then you have to configure, or you have to edit according to your folder name. Here you can see web inf slash pages. So if you give the any kind of name of your folder pages, for example you give the folder name called as a files, so you have to provide here slash files, or for example you give the documents, so you have to paste your documents. Okay, so this is all about these bins. There is nothing further required or edit in this bin. Then we have to load one more dependency in pom.xml. Okay, so just here you can see the gstl dependency.txt. So simply open it, copy, and open our pom.xml. So here you can see, just simply paste here. Okay, so our GSTL dependency as well as GSTL bin successfully configure here. So next open our controller, and here we have to write the method or mapping, you can call it mapping, for that particular page. Okay, so the way of writing method is that public string uh, register page, then bracket, then curly braces, and above this public we have to write request mapping, and in this request mapping we have to provide the path or URL of that particular page. So I am simply write here the page name, or you can write it anything, for example ABC or home, you can write anything, but I am simply writing the page name as a similar of mapping. Okay, so register company, and simply return to this. Means whenever the user call the register company, that redirect to register company, means this is the page. Okay, so I am checking the spelling one more time. Register company, okay, it is okay. So whenever the user call as a register company, or whenever user call the register, so it will redirect to this page. Okay, so this is the main motive of that mapping. So I simply copy that mapping from here and come to our index.jsp page, and here you can see the one more in that navbar we have give the anchor tag, and in this anchor tag I am simply paste that mapping login as company to register company, because we called mapping as a register company, so that's why we have to put that similar name here, otherwise it will not called. Okay, so I think the pages section of that particular project is finished. So I simply rerun our application. So before that, before running this application, we have to load form here. So in next video we will configure our registration. Okay, so come to our HTML files, then come to our pages, and here you can see the page called as a register. One more second, register C. Okay, this one, register C. So simply open it and copy all of the code present here. Okay, I simply copy that code and paste in our register company section. So I simply remove it from here and paste here, and then I am run this application again. So I am checking it is showing that pages or not. Finish. Here you can see console, the process of building process is started. It will automatically redirect us. Okay, here you can see our project is successfully build. Okay, so come to our login as a company section, click on here, and here you can see our page is successfully loaded, which means now we can create the multiple pages here. For example, similar like that, I am just creating one more page here, new, other, JSP, and company, sorry, login company. Simply copy this from here and click on finish. Then we have to come to our controller, and in this controller we have to write one more method tab for loading that page. So public string login company. You can give any kind of name to that method, that doesn't matter. Okay, then similar like request mapping, then double, sorry, then double, then slash, then paste our page name, or you can give any kind of name, then return, then this one, then paste here, double comma, and then paste this one. Okay, so I have to give this mapping in our index.jsp page, so I remove this one from here and give this one. So I am checking it is working or not. So for that login page code, we have to again come to our pages section, and here you can see login C means login company. Open that and simply copy this code from here. Okay, this one, then simply paste here, then rerun the project. Otherwise we will refresh it from here, just check it is working or not. Okay, refresh it. Okay, here you can see the left bottom side login company, click on here. So here you can see our login page is also successfully loaded, which means now we can load the multiple pages, but the condition is that you have to give the compulsory mapping of that particular page. Okay, so this is all about the pages. Now we will move to our database connectivity. So for connect our database through Maven project, we have to paste we have to write the database connectivity code. So I simply provided the database connectivity code here. This is the same code used in every application, so you don't have to remember that code. You have to simply save it at anywhere, and you have to simply copy it and change according to a database. If you're using XAMPP, so you have to provide the information that regarding the XAMPP. If you're using PostgreSQL, so you have to provide the information regarding PostgreSQL. Okay, so this is all about depends in our database and your application. There is no condition you have to provide a database. I am providing same in my application. Okay, you can provide any kind of database. I will simply explain you how you can configure that. Okay, so come to your configure files, then here you can see the database connectivity bin or code. Open it and simply copy it from here, copy it, and you have to then you have to come in Spring server.xml. This is a very important file. I previously told you in this file we will configure the database connectivity. Okay, so in this, here you can see the context component base package. In this you have to paste your database connectivity code. Must remember that between these two lines you have to paste our database connectivity code. So I simply paste it, and here you don't have to remember this kind of code. This is the same code copy in use in every application. So you have to remember the 2 or 3 things here. So this is the similar, and this one is our database name, means username, and this is the localhost, which means our database port number. So if you're using XAMPP, so you have to provide here XAMPP username, if you're using XAMPP, so you have to provide the port number of that particular XAMPP database. And here you can see this one is our database name. So if your database is some kind of, for example, demo, so you have to provide the database called as a demo. And below that you can see here the username called as a Postgres, and password is this one grp4545 two time @. So according to your database you have to provide here information. I again repeat that if you using XAMPP, so you have to provide here XAMPP username, then your XAMPP port number, then your database name. These three things you have to remember here. Otherwise, nothing will be changed in this database connectivity code. Okay, this one database name, port number, and this one is our sorry database name. Sorry, means which kind of database you are using. This one is a port number, and this one is a database we will creating in our database. Okay, and below that this is our username of the database, and this is the password. I think XAMPP does not have any kind of password, so you have to don't provide this kind of password here. You simply provide the username. Okay, so I simply open my database from here. Here you can see the PostgreSQL. This is the one of the popular database using in industry level. So you can also download it from Chrome. For example, PostgreSQL download. This is a very simple database, and you can use it for your project building process. So here you can see window, and you can download the version according to your use case. So for example 11 or any kind of version you can download from here. Okay, so download the installer. Here you can see, and here you can see you can download any kind of version according to your requirement. Okay, so let's see our database is open or not. Here you can see my database is open. So I simply put my password, then I am creating the new database for this project here. Okay, so you have to click on databases, then this kind of simple. Here you can see. Okay, then we will creating the database here. So create database, and database called as a, for example, YouTube project MVC. Okay, this is our database name. So I simply copy this database name from here and run this query. Okay, here you can see our query is successfully run. So let's refresh our database and check it is created or not. So YouTube, here you can see YouTube project MVC. So here the things will be same. If you're using PostgreSQL, nothing will be changed. Just thing it changes that the database name, which kind of database we will creating. So new MVC, this is our previous database name. So I simply paste here YouTube project MVC, then question mark. Okay, so these things will be same as it is. The things will be changed in your database name just recently we created in our database. Okay, then we have to load one dependency of PostgreSQL here. Here you can see where is that PostgreSQL dependency. Simply copy it from here and paste in pom.xml. You have to remember that every dependency you paste in your project, it is pasted in pom.xml file. Okay, then paste here. So this is all about our database connectivity. Okay, then okay, this is done. So this is all about our database connectivity. In this video we discuss about how we can load the multiple pages in our application, how we can connect our database. So this is all things about database connectivity. So next upcoming video we will discuss about how we can register, how we can put data into database through the form, and in that next video we will discuss about file uploading of that particular form. Okay, So this is all about today's video. If you don't understand anything, you can comment below this video. I will try to solve your problem. And please subscribe our channel if you don't subscribe it. So please subscribe it. It will give us a lot of motivation, and I will upload a daily video. If you have any kind of doubt, comment below. I will definitely answer that question. Okay, so this is all about today's video, and we will see you in next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.